Good morning students. Today we are going to discuss about the unit 2, that is number theory. So in the introduction we are going to discuss about the topics like in cryptography it is based on some specific areas of mathematical. So one is the number theory, other one is the linear algebra and algebraic structures. So in the integer arithmetic we are going to discuss the topics like set of integers, binary operations, then division and also divisibility. So what is set of integers? So generally the set of integers are represented by the value as z. So it contains the all the negative values and the till the positive values, that is the line numbers that are existing in the values. So all the positive integers are represented by the z plus values and all the negative integers are represented by the z minus. Then coming to the binary operations, so generally we have the operations like plus, minus, into and so on. So whenever you take any integers either in the positive or the negative, when we apply those operations, that is the addition, subtraction and multiplication, we are going to get the values in the form of an integers. So either you may take the values in the form of an two values when in the summation of the two values may be of a positive integers, or it may be of negative integers, or it may be of mixed of positive and negative integers. So these are the examples related to the addition, subtraction and the multiplication. Then coming to the integer division, as you know that the division is nothing but whenever we divide, that is a divide by n, we get the q and r. So whenever any number is divided by the particular divisor, we are going to get the quotient as well as the remainder. So these relations can be of four integers can be shown as a is equal to qn plus r. So a represents the dividend, q represents the quotient, n represents the divisor and r represents the remainder. So here is an example for that particular division algorithm. So when we apply any division, so we can see that here the representation of the n, q, a and r. So n is the divisor, a is the dividend, q is the quotient and r is the remainder. So using the division algorithm, so what does the division algorithm states? The division algorithm states that whenever you take given two integers, that is a and b, and a is greater than 0 and there exist q and r such that b is equal to qa plus r. So whenever any a and b values have been divided, these values can be represented in a form of, in this particular manner, b is equal to qa plus r, with the r exist, that is it should be of the values, it can be of the values equal to or greater than the 0, that is positive values, and the a values, that is divisor values, can be of less than or equal to r. So here is the values where you are going to represent the a is equal to qn plus r, you can represent in a form. So n can be of the positive integers and r can be of, it can be of a non-negative integers. So there are two restrictions in the cryptography. One is we require the divisor to be positive. So always n should be greater than 0, and also we are saying the remainder should be greater than or equal to 0. So how do we compute the, if at all any negative values are given? So if there is a negative value, so here we can observe that when we use a computer or calculator, r and q are negative and a is negative. How we apply the restrictions, that is r to be a positive values? So once the simple values, what we are going to do is we are going to decrement the q value by 1 and we are going to add those values to n to r and make it the positive. For example, if I take minus 255 is equal to minus 23 into 11, that you are going to get the values which you are going to get the remainder as minus 2. Now this can be changed to where minus 24 is furtherly decremented with the value of minus 24 into 11, which will be greater the value. So when it goes here, it becomes the positive values and you are going to get the remainder as plus 9. So like that you need to change the data. So in the case of representation in the form of the graph, you can say in case of positive a, the r values rise in the positive values. In case of the values that are negative a's, the r values will represent in the negative values. To make them into the positive, we are going to decrease the values of the a or n in such a manner that we are going to change that particular r negative value to the positive values. Then coming to the divisibility, so if a is not 0 and we let r is equal to 0 in the division relationship, we are going to get a is equal to q into n. If it is r is equal to 0 and not equal to not 0, and if a is not 0, that is the divisor is not 0 and r is equal to 0, then we are going to represent them in form of a is equal to q plus n. Then if the remainder is 0, so we don't have the 0, then we have the q plus n value, q into n values. If the remainder is not 0, then how we are going to represent? So this can be written as, so generally the divisibility can be written in the form that is 4 is divided by 32 divided by 4 can be written is equal to 32 is equal to 8 into 4. Or if you would say that is 42 divided by 8, since 42 is not divided by 8, you can write them into 42 is equal to 5 into 8 plus 32, where 2 is the remainder that you are going to get. Then coming to the properties related to the divisibility. So if 1 is divided by a, then a value is always equal to plus or minus 1. Then property 2 says if b is divisible by a and a is divisible by b, then we say a is equal to plus or minus b. Then third property, if b is divisible by a and c is divisible by b, then automatically c is divisible by a. Then coming to the fourth property, if b is divisible by a and c is divisible by a, then we are going to get that m into b plus n into c is divisible by a, then m and n are the arbitrary integers. So this particular formula or this particular property is being used in the extended Euclidean algorithm. We're going to see in that format. So here it is given an example. So according to the third property, if it is 15 is divisible by 3 and 45 is divisible by 15, then automatically 45 is divisible by 3 according to the property of the third one. Then here it is given as 15 is divisible by 3 and 9 is divisible by 3. Then according to the fourth property, we can write them as 15 into 2 plus 9 into 4 is divisible by 3, which means that is 66 is divisible by the 3. Now these values are we have got these values using the extended we can get these values by assuming these values as x and y. We can get these values by using the extended Euclidean algorithm. So here in the what are the facts for the divisibility, what is the divisors for that particular facts. The integer 1 has only one divisor itself, and if any positive integer is at least two divisors, that is 1 and itself, but it can have more. So if any value is having more than one and itself as a factors, then it can have more than one factors, and if it is only one, then it can have the only divisors as one and itself only. You can say as the prime numbers. So you can see the factors. Generally what you are going to do, if you want to find out the what is the values common divisors for the common factors for the a and b, then you are going to find the factors for a, factors for b, then we are going to find the common. Similarly divisors for, so divisors is nothing but we are going to see what are the factors that we are going to divide. So for 140 these are the common divisors, and for 12 these are the common divisors. Now so the both common divisors are 1, 2 and 4. So what is meant by a greatest common divisor, that is GCD. So GCD is nothing but it is the largest integers that can both divide the integers. So based upon the GCD, we have a Euclidean algorithm. So in the algorithm, it will say that the GCD value of a comma 0 is equal to a, and if at all a comma b is equal to GCD of b comma r, where r is the remainder by dividing by a by b. So let us